What's up everyone? Today, as you can tell, still home. More on that later. But today's going to be a slightly different video. I'm going to be talking about a soap that probably most of you are not very familiar with, or at least the company, and a razor that most of you are probably also not familiar with. One that I certainly didn't know about until it mysteriously arrived on my doorstep. More on that later. So first, the soap. It's by at least to me, a semi-local artisan. They are down in the St. George area of Utah. And I'm sure you've seen me post about this in the various Facebook groups. And that is Lotus Eater Soap Company. They're absolutely fantastic products. The soap that I'm using this evening is Tröll. This is about $15 and it's 5.5 ounces. So you definitely get a lot of soap for your money. And one thing I think is really cool that they do, it's a pretty soft soap. I mean, I have no issues scraping it out. But I'm not sure this is going to show up. There it is. You can see they put their logo, they stamped the logo in the soap itself. So that's pretty darn cool. And it works really well. You don't need a lot of soap to get a really good lather. And the razor I'm using is this Vincent Shavette. So fair warning, this might be a little bit of a longer video. Now the Vincent, you'll notice, is shaped very similarly to that of a Dovo. Where's my Dovo? Oh, this still needs to be fixed. So here is my Blue Dovo, and there's the Vincent. They both have inserts. One thing that's cool with this one is it takes the artist club blades. As you can see, kind of the blade right there, maybe. Anyway, it takes an artist club blade, and I've always wanted an artist club blade for the Dovo, and this kind of fits that bill. I wish, now this insert will fit in the Dovo, but it won't close because it sticks out significantly longer than the Dovo insert. But this is really easy to get out. I'll do that later. You just take it, and yes, my finger is green. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday. So just take that and just kind of slide it out. And there's the blade. You can see a little bit better. And the only thing I don't like, or that's kind of a bugger, is this is straight. Sorry, that's gonna be slightly distracting. But anyway, yeah, yesterday St. Patrick's Day. It's Wednesday evening. Probably won't post this until Thursday. But anyway, the soap, and this one's green as well. My wife has a sense of humor, as do I. The soap whipped up beautifully in the Lotus, or in my Captain's Choice copper bowl. Used way too much. You don't need a lot of soap with this from this artisan. Really, about a pea will definitely get you more than enough lather. Just kind of agitate a little bit more here. There we go. The scent on Tröll is a fougere. Oh man, that is creamy. That just feels so good. And actual scent notes on this are oak moss, amber, lavender, eucalyptus, and cedar. And it blends beautifully well together. And just, oh, I wish that there was an aftershave for this. That's my one chief complaint, and it's a very minor one, with Lotus Eater, is that they don't have an aftershave balm or splash to go along with their soaps, because they just smell phenomenal. Goes on nice and creamy. Just a beautiful, beautiful lather. And that's just, oh, and it feels great on the skin as well. Now, as far as this beautiful thing right here, as I mentioned, it does take this insert, artist club blade. It comes with an artist blade. It has two inserts, one that's like a modern hair shaper. So it has this insert and then one with the teeth like you would find on a WEC. and that has a blade in it as well. So it comes with two blades, and they are the Kai standards. And for those that are interested in this razor, I'll post a link in the description below as well. Now, as I mentioned, this just showed up on my doorstep. I have an idea who sent it, but it was sent directly from the company that sells it. Man, it is. So good. And also, you will notice, or you may not notice, but I noticed that lather kind of gets down in between the little channels there. Especially if you have a little bit of a thicker lather, it gets down there, easily cleaned. But from what I've heard, is the blades will last, as, you know, what did I hear? Easily about 9-10 shaves if you clean it out and air dry it between each shave. I've used this, I think, 3 times now, maybe only 2. I don't know. But it is it's lightweight. I very much like the Dovo. It feels very similar to the Dovo, and you all know I love my Dovo. Dovos, I still need to get that blue one fixed. Just haven't had a chance to do that yet. I still want an insert for the Dovo that takes the AC blades. Oh, I do have 24 hours worth of growth, but I got a really close shave last night with the Starling open comb plate. So this may only be a 2-pass with some cleanup shave, meaning it won't be nearly as long as I anticipated. This is lightweight. Love this thing. I only have 2 razors to take this AC style blade, and that's this one and the IBC. And as you can tell with the lather, plenty slick. No issues using a shavette with the soap. Great stuff here. One thing I also like about this is because it is an AC blade, it has rounded tips. As you can see, the rounded heel and the toe, even though it's exposed, is still rounded. So just look at the benefit of using an AC blade of having those rounded tips. is fantastic. I'm really digging the shave. The scent lingers pretty well. Lotus Cedar is a soap that the scent strength is not exceedingly strong. I mean, it's good. I hate giving scales, but it's one you can smell pretty well. I mean, you can open the tub down by your navel and you can smell it. So it's a pretty decent scent strength off the puck. And then when you lather it up, it just increases a little bit. And then it has some staying power too. Because as I mentioned, they don't have an aftershave, even a balm or a splash. But I've smelled the scent on my skin a couple hours later. Ah. Ooh, so good. This is just a nice creamy leather. You saw how slick it was, and then nice and peaky as well. And I used way too much soap. I scraped it out. I should know better by now. So this is a very small artisan operation here. The main artisan, or the artisan behind Jacob, is a wildlife firefighter down in Arizona. So, you know, during fire season, good luck getting a soap. And he does this very part-time. It's just something that he does for fun. So his drops, when he did this release, he did 2 new scents. This one and what used to be called Tiger's Tail. Charles over at Craving Shaving did a video on that one. I can't remember the new name. That's black licorice and orange, based off of a Canadian ice cream flavor, I believe. And he did 5 tubs of each. But then he also did release the his other scents. And one scent, at least to me, that's a Durga's Companion. Smells like a lemon head. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, one of my good friend's dad, who passed away last year, always had lemon heads in his pocket. And I only have a sample of that soap. So every time I smell this soap, I think of my friend's dad. He's somebody I've known since junior high. And he's still missed. He's a great guy. But he always had lemon heads in his pocket. So every time I smell the soap, I think of my friend's dad. Incredible person. Anyway, I digress. With shavettes, I tend to go against the grain on my neck on my second pass, because I can't really go cross grain. Because of the way my hair grows. Well, I guess here it kind of grows that way, so I go down, it's kind of a cross and kind of a cross. But here it grows a weird angle, so I have to go against. So, yeah, as I mentioned earlier on, so I am home. It will be for the foreseeable future. All of the project travel, dog being under a pillow, has been canceled. Oh, on a case-by-case project, or a case-by-case basis, and all the ones that I've been working have all been canceled. I was supposed to be in California this week, Bay Area. Not a place I want to be. And in a couple weeks I was supposed to be in Florida. Not a place I want to be with the virus outbreak. So I'm working from home, which isn't bad. And then we were supposed to be doing some remote stuff for the California project. And they've been told that all non-essential projects are being put on hold. So that's thrown out the window. That's thrown out the window Monday. And then next week I'm doing a remote go live. That'll be fun. For Florida. And for those of you that don't know, I live in Utah. Which is, I mean, that's fine. I usually start my day around 7 a.m. anyway. My work day. So I usually get to work at 7. May have to stay a little later than I normally do. Speaking of Utah, I'm not sure if you saw the news today, but we had an earthquake. We don't get earthquakes. Granted, we have multiple fault lines here, but we don't get earthquakes. Last one we had was in 1992, and we had a 5.7 magnitude earthquake close to the airport. A couple hours later, we had like a 3.7 or something like that. I can't remember the exact things, but. And we felt it here, and I'm 38 miles from this epicenter, and they felt it all the way up in, I have friends in Lander, Wyoming. They're, at least from here, they're, 230 something miles away, and they felt it. So, luckily here we didn't have any damage. I had one casualty. My G-bar fell off my counter here, which I've not taken everything off, and we're gonna move anyway, but there's nothing else up here anymore that could fall out and coverage closed. I always struggle with this area of my mustache. Especially, well, with the shavette or straight. Look at that. I was talking for a couple inches, Gavin, and lather's still there. Still nice and slick. That's better. I'm better with my right hand. I am right hand dominant. And usually I do about 2 passes with the shavette anyway, around my mustache. I don't know why I just lather up my neck. I don't need to do much down there. Now, I play lather, go back to the bowl, because why not? I could do a little cleanup on the neck, but not much is needed. The leather still feels fantastic, still holding up really well. Just absolutely loving this shave. So yeah, anyway, we had an earthquake this morning around 7 something. Ran upstairs, you know, my wife was still sleeping and she shot out of bed. Kids were still asleep. They slept right through it. Oh, did I get myself? I think I had a zit or something there. I don't know. I did get myself a little bit of a bump. Right there somewheres. Oh well. Not bad, that'll be closed before too long. I didn't rinse off. Few passes. There we go. I can never get under here really well. Even with a DE or an SE. Doesn't matter what it is, I can never get really good underneath the chin. You can see that I'm just trying to dry it a little bit here. Listen to that feedback. I'm not going to prick that too much. We'll call that good. Not sure if you can see that, but look at that. Focus. Anyway, good amount of silver coming off there. Maybe I have more than I thought. Oop. Felt that. See if it bleeds. Maybe a teeny weeper there. We'll see. See how you get a little too confident with the razor? End up cutting yourself like I just did. Here I am talking about how safe it is because of all the rounded edges, and I never just got myself there. I don't know. We'll see. I wish I could shave my glasses on. Make things a lot easier. Oh, little weeper by the, right here by my little bump. Oh, not bad. Cool. closest on my chin, but that's always in a problem area. Even with no matter what kind of razor I use. Overall, not a bad shave at all. See if I can get a little bit of clean up here. A little bit of clean up here on the neck. See if I can get the chin a little closer. At least on the sides here. And I thought about growing the goatee back, but then COVID-19 happened, and they say the best way to, a way to avoid it is no facial hair. Because that's something I heard. You know, social distancing, but I did that anyway. I work from home when I not travel, and when I'm not traveling, I barely leave the house. I'm a hermit. So if I do leave the house, it's to walk around the block with my kids and my dog. You know, see many people out there doing that, so it's fantastic. All right. This is always the hard part. My left hand sucks. You know what? Bag that. I'll just do this. There. Yeah, we'll call that good. Do a fairly quick rinse off here. Surprised it didn't have any blood. I'm very pleasantly surprised there's no blood. Your hair grows like that way over here. Really weird growth on my neck. Pain in the butt. This is not going to be under 30 minutes. There we go. Residual thickness, as you can see, is not bad at all. All right, we're gonna call that good. So, just a quick recap. That was a fantastic shave. Fantastic shave. So, real quick recap. The soap that I used was Lotus Eater Soap Company's Tröll. And they are based out of the St. George, Utah area. Love their artwork as well. All of their soaps have kind of a mythical theme to them. They're fantastic. As you can see, the troll with his money. Now mine is a little smudged. I think I had some chemicals or something on my counter that kind of messed it up. And cool thing that I like that they do is they stamp their soaps. The brush that I used, I don't think I mentioned the brush, was Soothsayer. Kind of fitting with the theme of the soap from, where is it? Graving Shaving. Also fitting as well. 26mm Dura knot. And the razor is one that I was very surprised that had no clue that it existed. That is the Vincent Shavette with the insert. There you can see the blade a little better. Comes with a Captain or a Kai regular. You can see there's a little water in there. I'll clean up in a minute. Fantastic little razor. Not sure on the price on this, haven't checked, but really obtainable, very easy to use. They're lightweight. Has a screw in here, and that's so you can always screw this down if the scales and that become a little too loose, you can tighten her down. Not sure there's replacement parts available if you break it, like I broke my Dovo, but great razor. Lightweight, very easy to use, very reminiscent of the Dovo. Just fantastic little thing. Love the AC blades. So if you like shavettes and you like AC blades and you like inserts and you don't want to spend the money on a Kai or a feather, check this thing out. It's fantastic. You know, I thought this would be a little uncomfortable, but using it, it's long enough I can fit my 2 fingers here. And this is nice and textured as well, so you can, if you want to choke up on it, I usually don't. I should hold it like that as you saw. But fantastic razor. Lightweight, easily maneuverable. Reminds me of the Dovo quite a bit. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, we'll see what happens as far as the video. And I'll catch you guys next week with who knows what I'll be using, or even talking about at that point. But thanks for sticking out if you've hung out this long. Thank you to all of my subscribers as well, and I'll catch you guys next week.